I gotta get my iPad working so I can see comments. There we go. How's everybody doing? Yes, it's 4:30 and I'm drinking coffee, but I need it. I need the go-go juice. So I have not planned on doing a live. Sorry. And I just decided to real quick because it's really been, okay, so I messed this up. and it was really on my heart that we don't see a lot of mess ups, and we don't claim a lot of mess ups when it happens, but we all mess up. And so I just wanted to, I want to be really transparent with you guys and let you know that we all mess up. So I just want to talk about that for a minute. While I'm painting, I've got to do this stencil over here. This is that buffet that I have been working on. It was the chicken buffet before, if you saw the before. And so what I did wrong was, and it was a really bad, I mean, it was a really kind of silly mistake. I did not look at the stencil before I started painting really well. And in my mind, I was thinking that I would be filling in this part, not this part. And so I painted this all white. Well, after I got the stencil out to get working, I was like, oh man, dang. So I had to go back over it and paint it brown, and I did a wash over the chocolate just to give it kind of a, because I want it kind of a wood look. So anyway, I just wanted everybody to know that we all mess up. It happens, and we can't be too hard on ourselves. I know that when I first started out, and I'm gonna just get started here. Okay, so before I get into my long talk, I am stenciling this. Now, don't make fun of me because I'm out of sponges, but I'm using a cosmetic sponge. You know, you do what you gotta do. And because I didn't feel like going to the store. And so I'm using a cosmetic sponge to dab this to do the stencil, and I've got a little bucket here with a little bit of paint. I've also got my rag in case I overdo it. You know, I've always got a rag to dab with. But anyway, we're just gonna work on this, and when I get off here, I'll show you the other side so you can see how it looks when it's finished, because this actually takes about an hour to do, and I'm not gonna keep you guys on here an hour just to see the end product. But it got me to thinking when it really got me to thinking about how we just don't see the real thing on social media. We just don't. We don't see everybody's real life. We see highlight reels, and we often get caught up in comparison, and that's such a dangerous place to be. Comparison will destroy you. I mean, it will kill your dreams because you're too busy trying to live up to someone else, someone else's standards. I made a post a while back, or not that long ago, it was a couple of weeks ago, about people saying that they couldn't paint, or they couldn't paint like me. And that's, first of all, everybody can paint. They make furniture paint that goes really well. It's really easy to do. I mean, my best friend can paint now, and let me tell you, she was a hot mess when she first started, but she's done several pieces. And so we have to be careful and know where we are in our journey, and not try to live up to somewhere where we're not, because it will it will destroy us. Now, there's good things to have goals. We want to have goals, but we can't say, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for 6 months and I can't paint like this person. Well, this person might have been painting for, 10 years. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of time under there. So I just want to encourage you to not give up, to keep painting, and regardless, we're all going to mess up. I mean, we are. Even if I've been doing this for 6 years, and I do it full time, every day, all day, and I still mess up a lot. I used to have a fear of doing lives because I was afraid that I would start something and then I would end up thinking that it looked terrible and changing it. And then you guys would be wondering, why'd she change it? My mind was making me think that people would be judging me. And that's just not the case. I mean, that's just part of their creative process. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it's all part of it. And going and knowing that there's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot I have to learn. There's still a lot that I don't do, that I don't have a clue how to do. And we just have to stop being so hard on ourselves, because that takes the fun away from it. We did this because we like doing this. Nobody started painting furniture or painting or doing whatever it is they do because they didn't like doing it. We did it because we enjoy it, and this is one of the things we love to do. And when we start trying to live up to expectations that aren't meant for us, we start destroying the joy out of it. And we just can't go there. We just have to train our minds that, they will happen, they'll come, those thoughts will come. But we have to train our minds to get away from them, to leave them alone, to drop them and move on. So that's my rant. It's not really a rant. I don't know what it is. It was on my heart. But we all mess up. It's okay. It's okay to mess up. And you know what? This is just paint. If it messes up, just paint over it. It's not that big a deal. And it's really not about who all's thinking about what you're doing. I know that was my biggest thing, is I was worried about what people were thinking. And really, who cares? Who cares what they're thinking? I love to know what they're thinking if it's positive, but if they're thinking something bad, then who cares? I will answer questions, so if you have questions, just let me know. I'm just putting a little bit on here. I'm just taking the sponge and dabbing it. I'm sure you can see what I'm doing. I will tell you that stenciling is my least favorite thing to do because I usually mess it up. Some way, somehow, I mess it up. And that is the case this time too. Although this mess up wasn't that big a deal. I just had to paint over it. But you want to make sure you hold the stencil pretty tight down. I've got these side pieces here, this trim that pulls my stencil away from it because this is such a big stencil. I got it from Royal Stencils, and it's actually a wall stencil. And I ordered it because I loved it. I thought it looked great on this dress, on this buffet, but I didn't look at it close enough to see which color I needed to wear. It happens. I'll end up moving these pieces of tape around as it dries so that I can get to those parts. I wish we would see more mess ups. I mean, there's lots of, people love transparency and realness and not perfect all the time. I mean, think about, remember when they used to do bloopers all the time on TV? We love those. We loved watching bloopers. And especially on TV shows that we watched all the time, those are awesome. And they're just mess ups. I don't know why we've gotten it in our head that we have to be perfect. Because I can't be perfect. This girl cannot. I have tried and it does not work. I actually end up messing up more if I try to be perfect. I went ahead and taped this stencil on because there was a lot of math involved and stuff like that. I knew y'all didn't want to sit there and watch me do this. This color, this cream color is Isle Avenue. It's Wise Owl. Yes, this is the chicken buffet. So, you know, we just all have to know. And you know what? Life is so much better if we can take a minute to laugh at ourselves instead of being so worried about trying to do everything perfect. I mean, seriously, y'all, I didn't do Facebook Lives for a long time because I was afraid that the end results would not look like the live that I did because I changed it. That didn't say anything about my skill level. That just says I changed my mind. I don't know why I thought that. Has anybody else felt that way? I know that when I first started out, I so desperately wanted to be like the person ahead of me. I wanted to be where they were. I wanted to know what they knew, and I didn't. It really takes a toll on you when you start comparing yourself with other people. It's just really hard on you, and a lot of times if you get too stuck in that, you'll give up because there's a lot of people that I love and I'd love to be more like or be able to paint like them, but I just can't. I just don't have it in me. It's not my style. It's not what I can do. But that's okay. It's okay for me to be me and you to be you because there's only one person that can be you, and that's you. Now this is the chicken buffet, and this looks so much better and more up to date and modern than the chickens did. So that's it. I will go back over this with a couple more coats, and when I am finished, it will look like that. So it looks pretty cool. It's gonna be a really cool buffet. Let me check, make sure you haven't asked any questions before I get off. Oh. All right, just hang in there. If you mess up, know that it's not a big deal. We all mess up. It's just part of life. It's part of it. So thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna finish this, and then I'm gonna relax because I'm tired.